Sthavakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma sarupne avtara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha.
Pranam
Yes.
Maharaj. We'll start our session today with two questions from Srikant. So his first question is how to understand which path suits me in the context of karma, bhakti, and jnana. I feel like I'm drawn to all of them.
Okay. Srikant, actually, we always prefer, and Swami Vivekananda, he has also suggested the we should follow all the paths. That is good for all of us because a particular path is not possible to follow. When we are practicing a particular path, then we cannot do anything else. Suppose yogi, he is not supposed to be in the household, he should be somewhere else, and his food habit, his living, everything should be completely different, which is not possible nowadays. Secondly, only bhakti yoga, a major portion of the devotion time we are giving for devotion, like singing the bhajan and prayer and offering puja, but still other things are also there. So obviously, it is not possible. So Swami Vivekananda, you must have noticed the symbol of the Ramakrishna mission. In the symbol, you will find first is a circle by a snake, and that is the symbol of yoga, dhyana, meditation. Inside, there is a wavy water. That is the symbol of the karma yoga. The karma is constantly going on, it cannot stop. So, karma yoga. Third, there is a picture of the lotus. That is a symbol of devotion. Fourth, a rising sun. That is the symbol of knowledge, which disperses all darkness. And when these four, the jnana, karma, bhakti, and yoga are combined, then one can see the truth. That is called swan. Why swan? Because that was the first form of the non duality. In the Bhagavata, we find when the four brothers, the Sanatan, Sananda, Sanat, all these four brothers, they were requesting the Brahma, can you please tell us who created you? You are creating us. You are our creator. But who has created you? The Brahma said, I cannot explain who has created me because he is all pervasive Vishnu. He said, no, since he has created you, they must be having a form. So they were going on, these four brothers, they were going on asking this question to Brahma. Ultimately, in the Bhagavata, we find that the Brahma is requesting the all pervasiveness of the Lord Vishnu. Can you please take a form and appear before this boys and talk about you? And the first form that the Lord Vishnu took is the form of a swan. The why swan? Because it lives in the water, but not by the weighted by the water. Then one should live in the world, but should not be contaminated by the worldly things like jealousy, hatred, or malices, and all that. So that's why the swan is the symbol of the all pervasive God, Vishnu, the Paramahamsa. So in the Ramakrishna mission, our the practice is combination of all the four yogas. Let me explain a little more on this. The human psychology also mind also works in this way. The when in the morning you get up, you feel like sitting quietly, because immediately after getting up from the sleep, and particularly if you get up in the morning, early morning, you feel that like I should sit quietly and meditate. So that is the time one is sitting and meditating. After that, usually people they get up, go and take bath and come back again to the shrine to offer some fruits or flower and burn an incense sticks in front of the god and do little japa, and so that is called the devotion. Then he goes to the work, maybe as we do, as because we don't have any other work, so we whatever we do is for the betterment of the world. But that is the karma yoga. And you people, you also go, you also work, but at the same time, you offer that whatever you have done in your offices or in your professional field, you're offering that at the feet of the god. So that is also the karma yoga. Then Dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga is over. Then in the afternoon, after coming back from the office, when you find some time, you read some books called Jnana yoga. So this is the way all the four yogas, because of our temperament and different time, there's different temperaments that shoots. So we utilize that particular mood of our mind to reach to the God. But if it is only one, it won't help. And moreover, I conclude, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, I love each and everything, not only one. So don't become a narrow-minded sectarian. So follow up. So that is the reason, and I am very happy. I feel like I am drawn to all of them. You are a great, perfect Ramakrishnite. So that's very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. So his next question is, how can a householder handle huge responsibilities related to family and work without getting stressed out? So he's giving an example that one of his relative is highly accomplished in his career, but he had a heart attack at only 42 years of age because of the stress.
Mhm. So
So
we are sorry to know about the relative of yours, but the thing is, you are correct. The one should not be stressed out. When you are trying, and that is sufficient, and that must be the sufficient. And sometimes some people they try to bite the thing that is much bigger than their own biting capacity. One should not do that. And a satisfaction should come. That is why, if you have a very friendly wife, then it is very good. She also knows that it is not necessary to have unnecessary things in the family and in the household. And just to procure that, purchase that, we need a lot of money. Unnecessarily, we go to the shops and purchase things. When the pandemic came, they used to give different interviews of the cinema movie artists and the heroes. Then they one day, someone very famous, he was telling, in this pandemic, I have learned one thing, that without shopping also we are so satisfied, because every day I need not to go and purchase these and that. Whatever are there is sufficient for us. And our tradition in India, simple living, high thinking, that was the tradition. But nowadays, you must have to have the way the other people are living to some extent, but unnecessarily. If you are almost every 3 months, you are going for to visit some distant places or traveling here, there, just because other people are doing, and you have to show different type of things, purchasing costly car and all that. Naturally, you'll be stressed to earn money. And by that way, not only you are harming your own health, at the same time, mental health also. So this is a very good question. You must live, and particularly a householder must live very comfortably first. Second, should have the sufficient earning to support not only his family, but also some of the relatives and supporting some of the good causes like his guru and others. So these are the things it goes. So he should have sufficient. After that, it's not necessary. And if you are reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, you will find the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is also instructing Master Mahashaya. The Master Mahashaya once asked, is it good to earn more money? But why not? You must. If you have the capacity, you must. And when you earn more, you can donate to the good causes a little more. Why? Because when you are donating, you are also earning merits by that way. Dhanam is a great spiritual activity. By that, like the dhyanam, dhanam, those who can really donate, they also get the same merit. Those who cannot, they meditate. Ma Sharadamani Devi, in his another Bengali, she said, Jar ache she mapo. That means those who are having the capacity must give, the donate. Jar nei she japo. That means those who are not having that capacity to donate, you must practice spirituality by taking the name of God more, so that even after satisfying yourself, you can give it to others. So don't stress out yourself. I always tell our devotees, and particularly you know that Aru, he has a habit of earning more money, more that very costly car, very costly this, that. I told not much. And for that, if you are working 3 or 4 in companies and getting some money, but don't do that at the cost of your health and mental health, particularly. Don't do it. You have to spend some time with your family, with your children, and other things also, so that a happy life you are leading. Master Mahashaya, I will conclude with this, is a great example. Master Mahashaya had a great mind to help the Swamis, Swamiji and others. So what he did, in those days, he took up 3 such jobs. You know, in those days that he was the headmaster of 3 schools. And he used to manage those. Morning session, one school, noon session, another school, evening session, afternoon, another school. He used to work so hard. You know why? First school money, in those days, it was very less. Let's say maybe hardly 50 rupees, 100 rupees, like that. So he used to give that for his family, for the maintenance of the family. Second income that he used to give for Ma Sharada Mani Devi, because she was not having anything, but so many devotees used to go and stay with her. And when they are staying, you have to give them food. And naturally, and sometimes she is traveling, and she was not traveling alone. There will be a retinue, good many people, so you have to spend. So by that way, Master Masha used to donate some of his money for mother. And the third school money she used to give to the direct disciples, because they were at the formative period of the organization, Ramakrishna Mission. No one is to help them. Rather, people used to doubt about the things, what they are doing. So many young people sitting together. So it was Master Masha who used to help them. So see how you can earn little more money, but if you are distributing that for the good cause, attending your own, then it is good. But not so much that you become sick and then create problem for others. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. So our next question is from Shantu Mondal. He's asking about Pavitrata. So is it Brahmacharya? What does it mean for married householder and how to achieve or maintain it? And
Pavitrata, you know what, Pavitrata? Yes. I hope it is not similar like the niyama, na? Yama, niyama.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is, of course, it's the niyama, yama, niyama. This is also teaching the same pavitrata, but very simple meaning of pavitrata is when you are unselfish, you are pure. The selfishness is impurity. The selfishness means ego, I, that is the first basis. And then I want this, I should have that. That I makes us impure. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said, in Bengali again I should quote, Ami mole ghuchibe janjal. When that I goes away, ego goes away, then everything goes away and you are pure. Ghuchibe janjal, janjal means all the dirt and everything will be clean when the I goes away. What is pavitrata? What is purity? Brahmacharya, these, that, all the practice only for that. But first and foremost thing is, you should not have the ego. When you don't have the ego, what you are having? Yourself. That self is there. And that is called the purity. There are only two things. One is the God, the creator, and this world, the creation. Then if you are accepting the creation, I want these, name, fame, power, so you are accepting the creation. Why I? People should know about me. People should see me everywhere. So that is I. And when there is I, you are away from the God. Because God cannot take you in that way. So you are impure. So all that things, that impurity comes because of the I thing, the I feeling. That is why we have to eradicate the I. Shankaracharya, in the famous book, Vivek Chudamani, he said, Mana Shuddhi Karanam. Mana, the mind, Shuddhi Karana. What is that? Shuddhi means purity. You have to purify the mind. How to purify the mind? By thinking of God. And then slowly, slowly, oh, because of the God, I have got this intellect. So many people are there, but God has chosen me. And He has given me this intellect. So I am successful. Because of the God, in the offices, the boss is choosing me to perform this particular job. In the society, because of the God's grace, people are liking me. So I am there. Me is there. But it is not because of me, because of the God. And the example is Mahavir Hanumanji. The great Hanuman, Mahavirji, he had tremendous physical power. Then yogic power. He could make himself very small. He could make himself huge. So all those Ashtasiddhi he was having. And then tremendous intellect. When he went to Lanka, after meeting the Ma Sita there, he understood the Ma Sita is here, so we'll come. But then he thought, let me show our power over here. So these Rakshasas, they will be terrified. In any war, it is the fear psychology. That is the first thing they do. So we have now, they all the time, all social media, everyone going on telling lies. The Pakistan side telling lies, India side. We are confused who is actually telling the right thing. Then, but the fear psychology that you have to create in the war, so Hanumanji, he knew it. That's why he burned the whole Lanka, the Lanka particular city, that he burned, many of the houses. Then, before leaving Lanka, he announced, hey, like me, you see my power, I am alone. And even then, I have burned the half of the Lanka. And you can understand the power. Like me, thousands will come with Sri Rama. Get ready. So obviously, they were thinking, oh my God, this is one person came and he is so powerful. This Hanumanji, he saw the Ravana is coming on a chariot and Ramachandra standing on the field and shooting. And Ravan's chariot was almost like three-storied building. So he is getting the chances to shoot from the above. Hanumanji made his body huge and put the Rama and also Lakshmana on both the shoulder. He received all the arrows from the Ravana, but because of his yogic power, he could bear those pain. But afterwards, when the Ravana was vanquished, he was defeated, he gave the whole credit to Sri Rama. The first he got everything he did. But then afterwards he said, no, because of the Rama. Why? He knew all my power at the back, it is Rama. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gives an example that the potato and eggplant, they are all jumping in the boiling water. And as if they are boasting, look, I can jump more than you. Then sometimes potato, sometimes eggplant. Then below was the fire. He said, okay, let me go away. Then you show you how much you can jump. If that God's power is not there in us, we are no one. So that is the example. So if we can remove our ego, then we become pure. And to remove the ego, you have to develop self-confidence. How? As Hanumanji said, I am the servant of the Lord Rama. When they were offering different things, I am the servant of the Lord Rama. Lord Rama is the master of the whole universe. He can give me anything and everything. So why should I have to beg from you? I am not going to accept anything. So that is the pride that I belong to Sri Rama. Similarly, we have to say that we belong to Sri Krishna, belong to Sri Ramakrishna. So we don't bother for anything else. My master, my teacher, my father, my mother is sufficient. She can give me everything. When you have this ego, then the little ego, that will go away. So that is the way we have to. Not that you should not have the self-confidence. Self-confidence is the basis. But at the same time, we should not have the ego that is dragging us down. And that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Pakami Kachami. If you read the gospel, you will find these words. Ripen ego, and what ripen ego means, I am the disciple, I am the son, I am the daughter of God. That is ripen ego. But unripe ego is me. And when we point out to this body, it's nothing but the structure of bones and marrows and all that. So that way, have the self-confidence, but not the ego. Thank you. And that is purity.
Thank you, Maharaj. So the next question is from Deepak Dashgupta. He is referring to those two phrases that is mentioned in the Aratrik Bhajana, Khandana Bhava Mandhana Jago. So he's wants to know what is the meaning of Sampragata Samadhi and Asampragata Samadhi.
It is mentioned in the Aratik Stava by Swami Sarvagananda.
I think it's sung by, he probably listened to the Aratrik Bhajana by Swami Sarvagananda.
Now, Shampada to Sripada is okay, but this Samadhi, Sampragyata and Asampragyata, maybe he was explaining. But anyway, there are Samadhi means the becoming one with the object. When your mind is thinking and slowly becoming and taking that particular form of the object, then that is called Sampragyata Samadhi. Now I am meditating on Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Then a time comes, then I become Sri Ramakrishna myself. I am merging with that So the my God and me become one. But I have an object before me. So I go and march in that. Then we am having the object means sampragyat. Or sampragyat, there is no object. But still, I can realize that I am not this body-mind complex. This world, whatever I see, is nothing. So that is called asampragyat. Swavikalpa, nirvikalpa. Swa means with the help of something. Swavikalpa. Then ni means negative, nirvikalpa. Like that only. Sampada tava sripada. Now maybe I have not heard, maybe that he was telling that when we are meditating on the lotus feet of the holy lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, then we merged into that and we forget the word. That's sampragyat samadhi. Then afterwards, we forget that we are meditating and become that. That is awesome pragyata samadhi. Perhaps he was explaining in this way. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. The next question is from Millie Banerjee. She's saying, I understand that God or Brahma cannot be explained. I also heard that we have a little reflection of God inside our body. So, which is that reflection? Is it our awareness, consciousness, or prana? Are all the same, or none of them is the reflection of God? When I try to find I in me, I do not find anywhere. Then who is this I, which Upanishad says Brahmasmi?
But if you try to find I, and naturally, what you are finding, that I am surviving, I am talking, I am trying to find myself. Oh, that is me. That is consciousness. Now, if that is not there, then nothing remains. Here, the question, Abrujo, can I call you after some time? I'm in a class. Actually, the God or Brahman is Brahman, that you have typed as Brahma, B-R-H-M-A, M-A-N, Brahman. Brahman means all pervading consciousness. But Brahma, this is a God with 4 heads, and he is the first creator. So now, this is Brahman. Now, God or Brahman, God has a form, Brahman has no form. But both are same. We indicate the same. And it's the consciousness. Now, let me tell you how we come to conclusion. The Hindu, particularly, we say that we are all conscious beings. Why we say like that? When you go to sleep, you forget your body and you entered into another world, and that is called dream world. And when you are in the dream world, what is there? Neither your body about all this world, but a different world which you have imagined, you experienced earlier, that is reflecting over there. But what remains then? Body is absent completely because I am sleeping, but my mind is very active. So I am seeing the dream, and dream may be good, dream may be very bad. So all that reactions are coming. Sometimes I see a tiger is the chasing me, and I am running in that jungle, in that wood, perspiring. Then I get up from the sleep, but the perspiration, whole body, all the perspiration, it is there. That means it was so very real. And my heartbeat has increased because I was running. But in reality, I was lying down. Then how come physically my heartbeat has increased and the perspiration is there, but at the same time, physically, I was not doing anything? That proves mentally also we can do many things which is related with the body. So we need the body only for our mental activities. The body cannot do itself anything with the mental. So the body is separate than the mind. That is proved because of the dream. Now in dream also, we go to at some time dreamlessly. We don't see the dream even, but we sleep. And when we come back, we always report, I had a wonderful, peaceful, joyful sleep. And when your mind was not there, you were not dreaming, then who was that? Who was enjoying the dreamless sleepness? Consciousness. It is, of course, the consciousness. Otherwise, what? So we cannot say, as the Europeans, they always say, is a body-mind complex. We say no. It is also Atman is there. Body, mind, and the Atman. Why we say the mind is not the final, Atman is the final, because mind has limitation also. Without the mind, when the mind is not present, I still remain. And how I remain? Sense of I-ness. When I say only I, so that sense of I-ness, so that gives me that I was there. Who is this I? Now we conclude this must be consciousness. And when we come back from that, we always report, oh, I had a wonderful experience. That means if you forget your body, if you forget your mind, if you can go and spend some time with yourself, then you get the joy, and that is a permanent joy. So when it is, they say, the reflection, it is that consciousness. Now, why they say reflection? Otherwise, if a person is dead, then immediately a particular portion of consciousness also absent. It cannot be. Now, all people, all the being, they are having the reflection of the consciousness, and suppose, and 1,000 or 2,000 or many, they die. What happens to those consciousness reflecting on them? That all the consciousnesses are less from the sum total of consciousness? No, it is nothing like that. So they say, when it is reflected on the top of the oceans, all the waves, they are having the reflection of the sun. And we count, oh, there are so many thousands of sun on the waves of the ocean. Or if you keep the tumblers full of water, the reflection of the sun or the moon are there, then you can count. আমি ক্লাস দিচ্ছি, আমি একটু পরে তোমার সঙ্গে মনে করব। So obviously, when we see the tumbler full of water, maybe 15, and the moon is reflecting over there, or sun is reflecting over there, then we count the 10 suns are there. Then one tumbler breaks. What happened? Nothing. The original sun is not affected by that. So it is called reflection. If it is the original one, then we would have lost a particular portion of the sum total of consciousness. It is never. That is why we say the sum total of the consciousness, which is known as Brahman or God, that reflects on our minds, on the beings. So obviously, it is only reflection. Now, reflection also acts like the original. I always give the example from our childhood days, pranks that we used to do. The mirror glasses. And when we are reflecting the sun on that, a little portion of the mirror, broken mirror, but the sun is reflecting on that, and we could turn that light to a dark place and could make the whole place lighted. It is only reflection, but it is acting like the original sun, lighting that particular corner of the room, which was dark. And if you keep that sun ray reflecting on the mirror on a piece of paper, after some time it will burn. But it is a reflection. It is not original sun. But the activity of the sun is present even in the reflection. And I have seen in the villages, people, they keep the bucket full of water outside in the sun, and then it becomes so warm and very nice warm water in the winter, so they can use that for bathing. They don't have any geyser or anything, so they are utilizing the sun ray to warm the water. That means the reflection can work as if the sun is working. That's why they say, though it is the reflection which is present in all being, but it is acting like the original. So it is reflection, not original. When it breaks, it goes back to the original. It is as it is. So that is why we should understand this. And that reflection gives us a feeling of I. When that is not there, though our body will be there, all the sense organs will be present, our eyes, our ear, our tongue, but nothing will function because that is the power. Like the electricity, the beautiful bright lights are there, but suppose the electricity is off, disconnected. The body of this, it will be there, but it won't function. Similarly, if that reflected consciousness is not present within us, our body and mind won't function. So it says that is the I, reflection is the I, and through reflection we have to go to the original. If reflection can give us so much, and if we get that original, then think of the magnanimity. So we like to go back to the Brahman. So they say, know thyself and become Brahman. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. So since we are talking about I and consciousness, I see there's another question kind of a little bit related to this. So Sipra Pal, she's asking, there is a famous song, Mono Chalo Nije Niketone, and there is a line from that song, Poro Preme Keno Hoye Ocheton, Bhulicho Apono Jone. So her question is, who is that Apanjan? So let me translate. Being in the love of those who are not yours, why forget the one who is your own? So she wants to know who is my own.
That reflection, that is called Brahman, that is your own. All other that we see as nothing but the reflection of the same Brahman in different forms. That is a wonderful song, and it indicates, let us go back to our own abode. What is that own abode? Happiness. So in our life, in the human life, we all are pursuing for the happiness. And we are thinking that if we become educated, we'll become happy. And some people are there, they think that if I become physically strong, we'll become happy. And some people are thinking that if we can earn more money, we'll become happy. But whatever the way they're trying to reach to the one goal, that is happiness. Some people, they can eat a lot and they think by eating a lot of things, I'll be happy. Some people think, no, by skipping the food, and then the one lady was telling, the in between the what's called, what is the term? And fasting, intermittent fasting. I told intermittent. But anyway, why they're all doing this? To become happy. Our goal is happiness. Why? Because we have been created from that source. Anandeva khalu imani bhutani jayante. The jata means born, created. From where? From ananda. Imani, this. Bhutani, being, are created from ananda. So obviously we want ananda. The ducklings will be all the time try to go to the water because that is their nature. But the puppies will never go to water because that is not their nature. So our nature shows that we want happiness, eternity, because our creator source is there. So that is our apanajana. Apanajana means our original. So you have to go back to apanajana because of that. The Shipra's question, then who is our apanajana? Because it's the self, the consciousness, whom we call God or Brahman. That is my real. And all that we find now, just ask question. Suppose you are 50 years old. Before 50 years, where was your family? Where was these people? Have you ever thought about that? And suppose, God forbid, after another 20 years, about 70, you pass away, you die, then where will remain this world? All these things, nothing will remain. So many people are there, they will be purchasing so many jewelries and keeping in the locker, and suddenly they die. Then what will happen to that locker? And they kept the key in such a way without telling anyone. Then the bank people enjoy and bless them. Go and die, let us enjoy this, your locker. So who is enjoying? Only my greed. I think in the locker I have so many jewelries, but I don't enjoy that. So this is the way we make mistake. At the time of the celebration, maybe marriage, and those who are having the money, they will be paying a lot of money for some of that's called famous entertainers. But after that, what? Nothing. Those who are entertainers, they will come, they will dance, they will do this, they will do that. They will take a lot of money and go away, and they will forget. Rather, they will compare. When we went to that house, they gave us this thing, this man is a miser. So this type of thing will happen. Suppose with that money, you construct a whole village, maybe village road, or drinking water system, because our country is poor. So if you do that, people will remember. You know, this drinking water system that you see now, the modern way, because of his son's marriage, we got it. So the same money you are utilizing for popularity, you are getting the popularity. At the same time, the blessings of God. But we do not know how to get it. Anyway, next question.
Thank you, Maharaj. Next question is from Bob Chelnick. He's asking about a series of books called M. Apostle and Evangelist, recording of dialogues with M after passing of Thakur. Do you have any comments on these wonderful books in the style of the gospel? So he's asking, probably he hasn't started reading.
Bob, you have already written the wonderful. That is true. Because the Master Mahasaya, he was a great conversationalist. He was not a speaker, and he was a very shy type of person. In the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, he used to tell him, and he himself has recorded that he has a womanly habit. He will never speak before others. Sri Ramakrishna used to tell him. So that way, but when after this Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, people used to go to him, and he used to constantly talk about Sri Ramakrishna, about God, about the divine life. And first batch of the young people from Calcutta who became monk and joined in the Ramakrishna order, we can say almost all were inspired by Master Moshe. Master Moshe used to tell them, you better go and spend a time in the Belur Math. But don't go daytime. But in the daytime, you will find that the monks, they are working in different places, in different positions. You don't think that, oh, they are monks. They are just like normal people. They are doing like us. Go in the early morning. Then you will find that the monks are meditating. Go in the evening time. They will find they are meditating. And you will get the inspiration from there. Used to inspire like that. So, Srima Darshan, that is the book, a group of admirers of Sri Ma, they published it. It was published from that, that Punjab in one place, I think Jalandhar or some place, that they published that. I also read those books. That is really very good. So I really appreciate, Bob. That is a very nice series of the books. Now, those who can read must read that. Thank you.
The next question is from Mita Datta. She's saying, Maharaj, Pranam Maharaj, I am childless. I am completely dependent on Sri Ramakrishna. I feel very helpless at times. How can I gain strength in my mind?
So don't think that you are childless. You are the mother of this world. Look at the mother whom we are worshipping. She was also in one time, she used to think that I am childless. And she and her mother, of course, they told Sri Ramakrishna, but Sri Ramakrishna told that mother, you will become mother of the great souls. The motherhood doesn't mean to give birth. Motherhood means those who are completely dedicated for the service of others, who are full of love, sympathy, service. They are called mother. But anyway, let me congratulate you, because I think day after tomorrow is the Mother's Day, or tomorrow is the Mother's Day. No, day after tomorrow, I think, is the Mother's Day. So I congratulate you on this Mother's Day. The mother, the word mother is as pure as Omkara. The Omkara is a very pure word. Similarly, the Ma is also a very pure word. But don't feel that usually, psychologically, the ladies, they think, I should have a child, I should have a baby, and I should fond like this and that. That is good. Suppose God has not given you that. That means God wants that you should be the mother of everyone. Express your love, your sympathy, your service, and your good concern for each and everyone, and become the mother of the whole world. I pray to Mother, may you get the strength in your mind to become the mother of the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. The last question of today's session from me is, so we see in the gospel that Thakur Sri Ramakrishna giving reference of Rishabh Chandra Sen, that he actually at that time influenced a mass of people by his words. And so Thakur kind of indicated that he must have some divine power. And we saw that in Swamiji, when he came to the US with his speech and words, he actually attracted so many people from different corners of the world. So when I compare this to, I see with some dishonest people, they influence a lot of people with lies and half truths and disinformation. So I wonder that whether those people also might have some divine power, or I kind of misunderstood what Thakur wanted to say.
No, they too have the power of God. So there is nothing except that divinity. So the same power that was there in Ravana, same power was in Rama. But it depends on how you are utilizing that power. When you are utilizing the power for the betterment of others, it is divine power. And if you are misutilizing that power for your own selfish satisfaction, then it is devilish. But the power is coming from the same. Now, sometimes the medical doctors, they can operate and give the satisfaction to the patients. With the same knowledge, sometimes some doctors, they will operate in such a way that an innocent people, when coming to the doctor, he will take out one of the kidneys and sell it for his money. But the poor man don't know what happened to him. So that is very, very bad. The power is the same, and how you utilize depends on that. Do you remember that Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning the under the light, one is reading a holy book and another is forging a note. Light has nothing to do. Light is equal to both. Similarly, power is both. Think of the Ramayana. In the Ramayana, the Ravana was a great soul. He meditated and prayed and practiced austerity to get the blessings of Lord Shiva. He got the blessings of Lord Shiva, but he utilized it for defeating others, torturing others, and he became the Ravana. And the same power manifested in Sri Rama for protecting others, serving others. He became the Lord, God. The power is the same. That let us conclude with a funny story. There's all not true. There's a story. The Shiva, he is a very kind God. So someone was meditating on Lord Shiva, and when Shiva appeared before him and satisfied, hey, I am very satisfied. You have called me, and now what do you want? Blessings. He said, give me the blessing so that when I am keeping my hand on the head of someone, he should burn. Shiva told, okay, tathastu, okay. Then he said, see, there is no one else, you and me. So let me test whether your blessings is really functioning or not. And I will put my hand on your head and let me see what happens so that I will believe that whatever the blessings you have given, Shiva told, hey, I gave the blessings and you are doubting it. No, let me practice. When he was trying to touch the head of the Shiva's head, Shiva started running and he also chasing. Shiva ultimately reached to Vishnu, and the Vishnu said, what happened? Wasn't that man? He was praying to me, so I gave the blessings, and now he wanted to test on me. The Vishnu was administrator, so very clever. Go hide somewhere. Then this fellow came, and we can imagine the hefty, the Ashura. Then the Vishnu told, hey, what happened in this sun? Why you are running? No, Shiva, give me the blessings. I want to test it. What? If I keep my hand on somebody's head, then he will burn. Your head is so close to you. Why don't you keep your hand on your own head and see whether it happens or not? And that fellow, he kept his own hand on his own head and he became Bhashma. Bhashma means the ashes, the Bhashma Ashura. Ashura, he became. So if you practicing austerity, getting the power, but misutilizing or do not know how to utilize, then it is your fault. Thank you for wonderful
Thank you.
questions. And
Thank
I
you,
can
brother.
understand. I can from the questions, slowly it has become very philosophical. and very interesting and practical too. Thank you for asking this question,
Thank
and
you,
I'm
Maharaj.
happy that I could spend some time with you.
Thank you, Maharaj. We'll end with Pranam mantra, Shanti mantra. Sorry.
Shanti mantra.
Yeah.
Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.